Just say no to white supremacy, ladies and gentlemen. Predictive policing is white supremacy, and it's a white supremacy that left 10 people dead at the VTA. Make no mistake, more people will die in this domestic terrorist program. It's just the nature of it. If you're seeing large amounts of vehicles with one headlight or one tail light, be very aware of your safety. You are in danger. These are domestic terrorists. The one headlight, the one tail light are designed to flip the target out into a violent reaction after 24 hours, 7 days a week psychological warfare conducted by yours truly, SJPD. Make no mistake, SJPD knows the science of this program. They know more people will die. It's the nature of the program. 10 people dead at the VTA, and this still, it isn't enough for SJPD. They need more people to die, it seems. They continue to harass and stalk people, 24-hour psychological warfare, and it just doesn't stop. So once again, make no mistake, more people will die. And you're not seeing these cars pass by with one headlight for no reason. There's a science behind these one headlights. Research psychological triggers. This is a psychological trigger designed to make a person flip out and cause harm to himself or others. Or in the case like VTA, cause harm to both himself and others. 10 people dead at the VTA, and the games don't stop, ladies and gentlemen. They continue to go on. But I'm here to tell you, SJPD, I am not your nigger, and you are not my master. You cannot and will not control me with your psychological warfare. It won't work. You got the wrong Negro. So once again, make no mistake, more people will die because it's the nature of this program. When you see these one headlight vehicles, when you see these one tail light vehicles, these are domestic terrorists.
Well, give them hell, never yet. No doubt, bro. What's going on, Ross?
Ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake, more people will die in this domestic terrorist program. It's the nature of it. You cannot harass a person with 24 hours of psychological warfare and then set them off with triggers like one tail lights and one headlights to taunt them. And since the police run and conduct this program, when you try and make a police report, they detour you from the police report by telling you to take a psychological evaluation. And of course, we know that the police are working with these people, so we're not going to take that psychological evaluation because it will discount everything we say once they lie on paperwork and say we're mentally ill. The man who killed all those people at the VTA was not mentally ill. He was forced into a corner. They made him do that. He had no help. So what do? You kill your harassers and you kill yourself just to get some peace, and that's just what he did. Make no mistake, those people deserved everything they got, or they earned it at least. Predictive policing is domestic terrorists.
Is this targeted individual bullshit all about racism? Nah, it's not about racism, bro. It's shit, man. It's a little bit of everything. I mean, the program is the program. The program has nothing to do with racism. But, you know, it's a twist to it because they hire anybody and they can hire racists to fucking join in this program. So even though the program's not racist, you know, you have racist people. You have racist people that join this program. I gotta let the megaphone cool off, y'all. You got racist people that join this fucking program. So, you know, it's inevitable that you're gonna get some racism in it. It's inevitable. I'm married to an Iranian woman and I'm white, so they target us for the, you know, I have no idea why they target you, bro. They target us all for different reasons. The thing is, man, that, you know, you can't really pinpoint. I mean, you can't pinpoint what it is. You'll never figure out what it is unless they let you know. In some cases, they let us know, like, why they're targeting us and shit. But you'll never really know unless they just reveal that shit. Or unless you can get one of their little fucking street perps mad enough to fucking divulge that type of shit. We're dealing with a bunch of fucking psychopaths, man. We're dealing with the craziest of the crazy, man. Like, literally, man, they kill us. Like, you know, we retaliate, they kill us and say we have mental illnesses after they fucking harass us around the clock. It's like no breaks. No motherfucking breaks, man. Yeah, no doubt, Inca. They tend to target minorities more than white folks, but I know a lot of TIs who are white. Oh yeah, like I know like TIs that are all nationalities, white, Asian, Mexican. Well, I've met them, I don't know them, but you know that there's no pinpoint. There's no like pinpoint. It's just the people they hire, like. You know, and then a lot of the police families fucking work with them doing this shit. So, you know, the racism is there. It's just not a racist program, but the racism is there, if that makes sense. Like, the program is for anybody they choose, but, you know, we get all types of racists. Like, I know for me, like, the Mexicans and the Asians out here are racist as fuck. Like they say nigga. I be hearing the fucking the paisa saying mayate, or like, and I know they do it to get me mad and shit, but at the same time, like, you wouldn't say that if you didn't really, like, they say it with fucking, you know, they say it like they mean it, like, so, you know, for a person to be able to sound like that when they're saying it, it's in them. Like, you can't take that away from them. And even if they don't know it, it's in them. It's in them. That's just, you know, the racism part and all that other shit. It's small shit. Like, I don't too much trip off the racism in it or none of that, because, you know, even if I wasn't a TI, racism is gonna be here, but it's just the fucking frequencies and the vandalizing and shit. See the little one headlight piece of shit motherfucker. See, when you retaliate and do something, like you go beat that motherfucker up, you go do something to that motherfucker, you know, you're in the wrong. You got the mental illness after they've been harassing you and shit, like, you know, that's legitimate. sorry you guys. That's legitimate. But yeah, the vandalism and the frequencies and shit, you know, having my my dog's tripping and shit, coughing up and hacking and shit, like, you know, and that's why I pretty much document all this shit, because I know, like, if something happens, like, serious enough, you know, I'm just like, I'm at the point right now since they've been starting to shoot. Excuse me, that's legitimate, you guys, it's blunt. I'm at the point right now since they started shooting frequencies, like, and I can feel them and I can fucking see my dogs tripping and shit. I'm at the point now to where, like, you know, I'm not gonna go overboard or no shit like that, but, you know, at the right time, at the wrong, you know, at the right time, in the wrong moment, you know, quick decision, all that shit, like, is gonna happen, like, and I can feel it. I can feel it, and the bad thing about that is I'm almost, like, instigating that shit. Like, I really want it to happen, man. Like, I'm to the point to where, like, I can go sit down for, like, a few months and fucking fight this shit, if that's what it's gonna take to fucking be able to lay my evidence and shit on the table. Like, I'm at the point to where, like, I'm starting to slip away from the, you know, being humble shit. And, like, the people that constantly go through those frequencies and shit, like, I feel you guys, man. I know that, like, going through that shit 24 hours a day, like, constantly, and then you got them using the military bullshit, talking in your head and all that bullshit, like, you know, and then they try and label you as crazy and all that shit, like, you know, there comes a time when motherfuckers gotta stop putting up with that shit, man. Like, they're, you know, that's Constitution, man, and they're stepping on our Constitution. And as long as we keep letting them do it, they're gonna keep doing it. You know, it's just, unluckily so, everybody that's done something to them, they haven't fucking had extensive amount enough of evidence to fucking lay on the table and prove what these people are doing. But I feel like, and, you know, there's a couple of targeted individuals that, you know, have downloaded my videos just in case, you know, they try and wipe my videos away. They can, you know, if something does happen, a court case or some shit like that, I got reach to those videos and shit. But yeah, man, once you start feeling yourself slipping away, man, and it's crazy, man, because, you know, all the fucking death threats with the police doing their no lights and shit, following me with no lights on and all that bullshit, like, it comes to a point to where, like, it's like these motherfuckers already, you know, they already got us fucking not living our natural lives and shit. Like, we're already having to deal with all types of this fucking bullshit that no one else has to deal with. You feel me? On top of the fact that them trying to convince people that we're crazy. You know, on top of that shit, you know, it's like, you come to, what do they call it? The fuckets? And you come to your fuckets and shit, man. We good? Chill. You come to your fuckets and shit. And then the people that they fucking have doing this to us, most of them are cowards and shit. Like, they, you know, they wouldn't do this shit to their own fucking shadow if they were by themselves and shit. Like, this is how scary a lot of these people are, like, and, you know, and I'm not saying all of them are scary, but, you know, there are a lot of fucking weenies and shit. A lot of scary fucking goofy would never do this to anybody if they weren't backed by police protection and shit. Going and infiltrating people's families and fucking lying on you and fucking, you know, interfering with your fucking personal affairs and shit. All in your fucking phones. All these fucking tech geeks and shit. Man. They got a convention center like right around the corner for here with You know, they be having all their little tech geeks and shit. They be, you know, writing apps and doing all that shit. Like, and then they show off their, you know, their little creations at the convention and shit. And you be seeing these motherfuckers, man, they're just like fucking nerds and shit with fucking name tags and shit, or whatever those VIP tags and shit that you be just a bunch. And you know, it's nothing wrong with that. Like, I'm not knocking it, but it's like the audacity of these motherfuckers to be harassing people, man, and harassing people that, you know, it's crazy, man. Shit, am I am I still buffering? You guys, let me know. Oh, okay, we good, we good. Damn, man, world. Let me see. Damn, man, world gone nuts everywhere, bro. Everywhere, bro. And you know, it's the same pattern too. Like, you know, the same pattern. Like, one of us retaliates on them or retaliates on a bunch of them, and they fucking get on the news and say we were crazy. Whether it was, you know, the Navy Yard shooter, Myron May, anybody who's ever retaliated on them, they've been able to fucking say they had a mental illness and all that shit. But it's you know, that shit's got to stop. That shit has definitely got to come to an end. Like, you're not gonna be able to keep saying that we have mental illnesses and shit. Like, you know, the shit they do, the science behind it, like, you gotta be an idiot. Not like a 5-year-old kid would be able to tell the science behind, would know the science behind this program. You keep fucking with somebody, and you keep fucking with somebody, you know, eventually that person's gonna go off. It can only take so much. You're not a weapon. You're not, you know, unless you're just like, you know, just completely scared of these people. And even a scared person, like, a scared person will kill you quicker than a so-called gangbanger. Right? That shit, like, a scary person will kill you faster than anybody in this motherfucking world. Like, so, you know, you push a person to that point, and then you pretty much earn whatever destiny, whatever fate, or whatever you want to call that shit. You earn that shit. Like, you know, it sounds pretty rough to say that those people earned their deaths at the VTA, but you can't deny the fact that they weren't harassing that man would still be alive today, and those other 9 people would be still alive. Or, you know, at least the 8 people he killed and the other dude that committed suicide, they'd still be alive. Like, so you can't just fucking, you know, there's a science behind everything. And that's what they're doing. They're trying to hide the science and say, use it, cover up the fucking bullshit name and shit like community policing and all that bullshit. That shit ain't gonna keep flying. You can't have no fucking, and especially like these people are untrained, man. These people aren't no fucking professionals and shit. So not only are you putting them in harm's way, they're putting us in harm's way. And this is just with the foot traffic. I'm not talking about the vehicular shit or none of that. This is just the foot traffic perps. Like, not only are you putting them in harm's way, but you're putting us in harm's way, and you're putting possibly innocent people in harm's way and shit. So, I mean, you know, you just can't harass a person with psychological warfare. And I'm not gonna be the one to let you get away with it on me. Like, nah. No, sir. You can do as many death threats as you want. You can do all that shit. You're not gonna fucking... And then having all these fucking goofballs and shit. You got a bunch of goofballs, like that's what we're dealing with. Like, we're dealing with the most dangerous goofballs in the world, man. Because you can't do anything to them. You can't prevent them from sputtering their fucking toxic bullshit because, they're protected. They're protected by the badge. So what can you do? It's so fucked up, man. You gotta laugh about it, or you'll do something. You'll do something to one of these people, man. And they don't even deserve to be called people, man. They literally tear families apart. Literally strip away families, strip away friendships, any type of contacts. They get all in your personal life. They fucking start lying on you and sputtering shit to make people hate you, to make people want to go along with their fucking bullshit. For whatever reason, whether they want to get you off the street, whether they fucking, you piss somebody off, or whether you're fucking a truther and you're fucking exposing their fucking bullshit, or whatever it is, man. These are fucking the true definition of scumbags. It's fucking scumbags. Let me see. They tend to target. Okay. It's definitely weird. I have a lot of info. Yeah, man, you gotta put that. You should put that shit out, Inca, if you haven't already. I don't know if you have or not, but yeah, man. I mean, the more information and documentation, especially like the shit that's in black and white that they've printed up, like the more of that shit we can get out, man, we can prove to these motherfuckers, like, and we could clear the names of the fucking people that they fucking call crazy, man. Because I know eventually this program is too big, right? And I'm not wishing it upon myself. I'm not trying to predict it or none of that shit. But the reality of the shit is that these are corporations that we're up against, and I mean, they'll go as far as to fucking, get rid of us, to fucking hide this fucking information, man. And the shit that's out there already, like, I know in a way it seems kind of like a lot of people don't want to do it because they're afraid of what might happen, like, to them. I know it's a lot of people with families and shit that they don't want this shit to attach to their families and shit. But the thing is, like, the probability of this shit going to your family member, a direct descendant of you, like, with your blood, if they're having fun with you, when you're out the way, they're gonna move on to the next best thing, and that's another one of you from the same bloodline, man. In a direct bloodline, like child and shit like that, man. So it's not even just about us. Like, we gotta think about our families and shit. Like, that's another reason. Like, I know I might not, knock on wood, I might not have too much time out in this motherfucking world. Like, so I want, when I leave, like, when I go, I want videos to be out to show that I was not mentally ill, and, shit to eventually, like, if somebody does happen to crack the code and get somebody to listen to this, shit that we tell them, man, that they can revert to some videos, man, and perhaps save our families and shit, like, because it's not just about us, man. we think we're keeping them safe right now because, you know, we're not going hard on it, hard with it or whatever. But, you know, this shit can only get worse, man. You know, that when they experiment, they don't turn down the volume. Like, they turn the volume up. They try and reach you to your peak. They want to see what's going to tick you. They want to see how much you can take. And if you can take enough, they might get to the point to where, you know, they want to get really cocky. Oh, okay, you can take it. Well, let's see if your kid can take it. Let's see if your kid is as tough as you. You know, that this is the type of sick mind these people have. The what do you call that what do you call that shit? This is the narcissism in these people. This is the type of narcissism these people, like, they're really, like, weird fucking psychopaths, man. Like, I've never seen anything like it before. I mean, I've seen it, but I've never seen it in so many. Like, these people are like piranhas and shit. These people are like, you know, these people are like fucking piranhas. There's too many of them to fucking, you know, a bunch of fucking witness protectives, a bunch of fucking informants, a bunch of fucking sellouts and fucking dropouts, and, you know, people getting caught. Like, they utilize every fucking body. People getting caught on crimes and shit that are scared to fucking do their time or just don't want to do it, and scared their fucking girl is gonna cheat on them and shit. Like, these are the fucking sick fucking weird fucking mentalities that we're up against. Child molesters. We're up against all these fucking weirdos to make us feel, you know, they want to make us feel like some, like, really fucking, you know, suicidal and shit. They want us to off ourselves and shit. Like, you know, that's why I say anybody thinking about taking your life, man, do not let these people fucking make you take your life, man. Do not let these people make you take your life. And if you know, I pray you don't, man, but if you do, at least go out with a fucking bang and take some of these motherfuckers with you. But don't do it. I'm saying don't do it. But if you're gonna waste your life, then fucking, you know, don't. You know, if you're gonna waste your life, I'm only laughing because it's a vent. It's not funny. It's just the way I vent shit out. But, you know, I highly don't recommend you do it. But, you know, don't die alone, man. These people are fucking out here domestically terrorizing us. Literally domestically terrorizing us. Lying on us, fucking. Look at the one. There we go with another trigger. One headlight. Fucking piece of shit. But yeah, man, they're legally domestic well, illegally really, but, you know, in a way it's legal if the police are working with you. And the feds ain't doing nothing. Like, look at the fucking domestic terror right there. Fucking piece of shit. I know you're watching, you fucking piece of shit. Domestic terrorists. Yeah, man, but you guys just gotta be very aware of your thoughts and shit. I know I gotta keep catching myself, man, because I keep fucking, I can feel myself like and it's not a brag cocky, like, it's not like I'm bragging type of cocky to myself and shit, but it's like I feel I got enough evidence, and I keep pumping myself up with that fucking notion. I gotta check myself, man, because it's dangerous. I fucking feel that I got enough evidence to fucking, even if I gotta go to jail and sit this shit down, I feel that I got enough evidence to fucking prove that these people are domestically terrorizing us. Like, I literally, like, just with YouTube videos, like, that's not even shit that's on SD card. That's just with fucking YouTube videos. Like, and then, you know, like, you know, they're so fucking, they're so cocky with their bullshit that, you know, they just give themselves away. Like, as I'm sitting there, you guys have seen it on Plenty Lives, as I'm sitting there fucking protesting and shit, as I'm sitting right there fucking protesting and telling people about the one headlight triggers and telling people that VTA is a part of this shit. They're passing me up with two vans a night with the one headlight. As I'm fucking doing it, they're so fucking cocky that they fucking get on my live with one fucking headlight. And it's like, man, these people really think that fucking shit smells like roses, man. And it's gonna come, you know, for me, I start thinking about shit like the fucking Constitution and what the Constitution says, how you can protect yourself against all terrorism, foreign and domestic. And you bring that shit up in court, and if I can prove that these fucking people are doing it, which I highly believe, which I highly can prove, which I can highly prove that these people are domestically terrorizing me. And if they want to play that bullshit, I'll break it down to the exact science of the psychological warfare from the time of me being stabbed by the lady with the one headlight all the way up until all these motherfuckers following me with one headlight. Me hopping out the vehicle, going up to them, as you plenty of times, asking them why are they following me. Some actually even switch off their one headlight and turn it back onto the two as I'm getting it out the vehicle after it's already been recorded that they've been following me with one headlight. Then they deny that they've been following me with one headlight with smiles on their face and shit. You know, and I've got, you guys have seen plenty from this channel and the other channel over 11 years of fucking this bullshit. And all of them deny that they're fucking following, but I'm just like a magnet. Am I a magnet? Do I happen to be a fucking magnet for vehicles with one headlight? Like, every corner I turn, there's a vehicle with one fucking headlight, and you just keep following. Like, there's a psychological value to that. You know, if you get the right person, you can fucking, you know, you can make that person afraid of fucking his or her shadow, man. That's like super fucking traumatic shit. Like, a lady fucking actually getting out of a fucking one headlight vehicle, a vehicle with one headlight, talking to the driver, and then coming to you with all this type of crazy shit, telling you chop their kid up and fucking tuck them in your van and shit like that, and then fucking, you know, next thing you know, you got a fucking butcher knife in your stomach and shit. And this is documented, like, witnesses have fucking told the police this, and, you know, so it's all been documented. And yet you still follow me around with one headlight and shit. Like, I could go into a fucking, you know, I could go into a snap mode. Like, this lady stabbed me with one fucking, this lady with a headlight vehicle fucking stabbed me. So I got all these vehicles for, like, I could go into some fucking World War II shit. You know, what they call that shit? What is that shit called? Flashback. I could go into some flashback shit and fucking you know, it could be over, and it could be over for the wrong, like, it could be a person that's not harassing me, literally. Like, it could be a person legitimately, this is what I mean by they put the general public safety in danger and shit, because it could be a regular person whose light just happened to burn out and shit, but they've sensitized and marinated me. They've sensitized and marinated me in so much of this one headlight bullshit, you know, that I can't distinguish that this lady, this lady or this dude is driving behind me with a legitimate burnt out light. Like, you know, because they've marinated and sensitized me in this shit. That's psychological warfare. Like, you know, you can't expect a person to live a normal life. Oh man. Excuse me, it's not funny. It's called a trigger, like doing that to people, man. Legitimate. You can't keep doing that to people. You chose it. Oh shit. Let me see, y'all. Let me see. Yeah, info is definitely needed. What's up with G-Rock? He's a shield, right? Nah, G-Rock is cool. I don't know why would you say that? See, that's another thing, man. Like, we can't keep doing that shit either, man. Like that, we're already, you know, we got these motherfuckers tearing us down, calling us perps and shit. Like, we can't be doing that shit to each other, man. If we don't have no fucking legitimate fucking evidence, if we can't legitimately prove that a person is a perp by shit that they're saying, and not none of that fucking, you know, they said this, so I think they're targeted. Like, these people use like, this is the nature of this program, is divide and conquer. Like, they're gonna like, just like they break us up from our families and shit and our relationships and all that shit, like they lie and do all that fucking bullshit. You know that we can't let that shit rub off on us, man. Because they're not just doing it to our families, man. They're doing it to us too. Like, they're turning us against each other, man. Like, you know, I've been called a perp at times, and that's why, you know, I know, like, and I know, like, it's just, you know, people, you know, they don't, and I can understand now after I've thought about it, and then I know that people are different and they don't take shit the same. Like, I don't vent. Like, I'm not if I'm not gonna yell to the point to where I don't I don't want to fucking, I'm not gonna, like, my vent is like, I laugh, man, to let off steam and shit. But some people might take that wrong because, you know, I laugh right after I say they do fucked up shit. Like, like, I'll say something like they fucking been followed, or they did something to my van or some shit like that, or they hit me with some type of frequency, and I'll fucking laugh. But that laugh is just a vent, though. Like, that laugh is not that. Oh, he turned fucking piece of shit right there. Yeah, my headline. But fucking, that laugh is just a vent. You know, it's a way to, it's like a mechanism to keep me from getting angry and shit. Because you gotta imagine, man, they fucking vandalize they throw rocks and shit at my van and shit. And that fucking, you know, it's enough to piss you off, especially when these people are fucking silver spoon fed motherfuckers and don't have to worry about nothing. Something happened to that shit, they go right to the bank and, you know, I gotta hustle that shit up like fucking, and, you know, it's really fucked up the shit they do. Like, it's really fucked up, man. It's really fucked up. But I get it, man. I understand. Like, some people might think that I'm a perp behind that, but you know, if you don't have the, I mean, just you gotta research my videos from this channel to the fucking last channel. Like, you know, I mean, it should be solidified that I'm not a perp. But if it's not, to some people, I don't give a fuck. Like, you know, my you know, the message that I have is not, you know, it's not, you know, if you don't like me, I don't give a fuck. Just get the message. That's how I feel. If you feel I'm a perp, all right, well, just still listen to what the fuck I'm saying, man. If you feel I'm a perp, after all the videos and shit, like, if you feel I'm a perp and you've been watching 11 years of my videos, I mean, there's got to be some substance to the shit that I'm saying. And so I really don't, you know, and nobody else, like, you know, for anybody who is called a perp, for any other targeted individual who is called a perp, I would just say don't take it personal, and try and understand that everybody, you know, takes this shit in different. You know, it's hard for all of us, and we just fucking, we take this shit the best way we can and shit. We already got to deal with a lot of fucking the community and society. If they're not pushing this shit on us, they're fucking calling us crazy or thinking that, you know, we're on some type of fucking high-powered shit. So, you know, we don't need that shit within our little community and shit. We already spread it out, like, to a point to where, you know, we can't group up like these people. Like, there's nowhere in the world we can't group up like these people. Like, only cowards, you know. These people are like we're literally bringing people together. Like 20, 30 years ago, I don't know. I don't think you could bring fucking child molesters and gangbangers and hustlers and just all these fucking scumbag people. And I'm not saying drug dealers and all that shit is scumbags, because I understand people gotta survive out there. And, you know, if the government can sell drugs and get away with it, then, you know, everybody fucking, you know. But I'm not saying selling drugs is a good thing either. That shit is bad. But I'm just saying, though, like, how dare the fucking government tell you you're wrong for selling drugs, but they get paid billions and billions and billions of dollars for selling drugs. And in some cases, synthetic drugs that are stronger than the street drugs and shit. Morphine and all that bullshit. Like, that shit is super way more stronger than heroin. Like, fucking people literally fucking, you know, they go to the hospital and shit, or fucking heroin fucking heroin fucking to fucking shake the heroin, and then they fucking give them a synthetic form of heroin, and then they get addicted. They say, fuck the street heroin, I want the synthetic heroin, this shit is way more powerful. And they end up croaking off that shit. It's crazy as fuck. Like, they put you in jail for selling the weaker shit. That's crazy. And then they make billions and billions and billions off the synthetic. Oh, man. Lord have mercy. But yeah, I'm not saying selling drugs is a good thing, but, You know, I'm just saying we're bringing a lot of fucking, and you know, if you are a drug dealer and you get caught and you tell on somebody because you can't handle whatever fucking consequence you got coming, then yeah, you're a scumbag. So yeah, scumbags, or you would never see this shit like you you would never think that the fucking government of all people. Oh, I know I would never think from the points and the ground that I was raised on, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys, you know, we know the government is up to some fucking wicked shit. We definitely know that. And you would think that most people know it, but you would never fucking think that the fucking government could bring all these fucking people together with like neighborhood watch, and like we're literally bringing people together. We're bringing scumbags together and shit, but we're bringing people together. Like we're paying for people's college tuitions. We're paying car notes. You know, they're milking us. Like they're literally, you know, they're trafficking us. Like they're literally milking the shit out of us and shit. They're getting every fucking illegal penny and dime they can out of us. Whether it's sending us to some psychological war, some psych place, and fucking pushing their fucking bullshit medicine on us. They're getting paid. Whether we end up killing one of these motherfuckers or going on an escapade, the mortician's getting paid. We do something to one of these motherfuckers and we get locked up, the jail's getting paid. Like, we're all around dollar. And right now, as they foot traffic us and, you know, they talk in some of our heads and they, you know, they fucking do all that bullshit, like, these street motherfuckers is getting paid. So, you know, we're paying a lot of fucking people, man. Putting a lot of fucking people through college. Paying people's rent. Like, that's how deep this fucking program is. And it's you know, it's not gonna stop the police departments. No, it's revenue. It's revenue. And then they get a chance to test their military grade weapons on us and shit. Sending frequencies at us and shit. These motherfuckers literally been sending so many frequencies at us, or at me and the dogs and shit, that, you know, fucking Scrap and shit got a little cough and shit. Like, I don't know what the fuck they did, like, but it's bad, man. Like, it's to the point. That's why I'm like, oh man, I don't even want to fucking incriminate myself on this fucking shit, man. It's to the point to where, you know, that's how far off. Like, I'm starting not to give a fuck, and that's why I document a lot of this shit, man. So people see that if something does happen, man, it's it's inevitable. Like, you can't do this shit. That's, you know, and all the harassment and shit gets documented and shit, and it, you know, so even if they do something to me, like, that's you know, I'm not too much afraid of what they're gonna, like, you know, I'm content with the fact that I know, like, you know, there's no way in the world that one person can go up against all these and no, I'm not saying one person, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying that, like, nobody else is going up against them and shit. I'm just saying, like, in a direct area, for instance, like in the city and shit, like, I'm probably I don't want to say the only target that does this, because I don't know if any other targets, but I'm the only one that I know of. And, like, these people, they don't want that shit to get out. You know, they don't want that shit to get out. And it's like, the more they push, I'm not gonna, like, I'm like, Well, I know they're not gonna stop, so I'm damn sure not gonna stop. There's no way in the world that they're gonna intimidate me with the death threats. None of that bullshit. Like, the sending people in crowds trying to intimidate me and shit. Like, you're just gonna have to do what you do, man. If you're gonna jump me, jump me. If you're gonna kill me, stab me, do it. Do what the fuck you gotta do, because I'm not gonna back down. I'm not gonna back down. I'm not gonna fucking join you. Like, there's no way in the world you will get me to. I would rather be a targeted individual before you get me to fucking participate in your fucking scumbag, cowardly fucking, piece of shit. Like, anybody who participates in this shit with these people are pieces of shit. Literally, like, they're, you know, they're pretty much, at fucking child molester status, if you ask me and shit. Like, these people, I'm not gonna say worse than child molesters. They're at the same level as child molesters. I don't think there's anything worse than a child molester, but they're right there with them. They're side by side, shoulder to shoulder, fucking toe to ankle, or toe to heel. Toe to ankle. They toe to heel around this motherfucker, man. But yeah, man, that's the thing I want people to see is I want to put the fucking the harassment and the triggers behind the harassment, and people can go from there and use their fucking common sense. Picture yourself in our shoes, and you're going through 24-hour psychological harassment and shit. Vandalism, vehicular fucking harassment, fucking people stopping and backing up, trying to make you fucking crash into the back so they can get insurance. Like, even the fucking insurance scammers, like, fucking, motherfuckers want you to back into their shit or fucking run into their shit, so they fucking stop real brief, and you gotta hit the brakes, or they send somebody to walk in the middle of the street to make you miss the light, and you gotta fucking hit the brakes. And like, that's another thing. Like, that's another thing. Like, I'm to the point to where, I'm very careful. Like, I don't, I'm not gonna try and hit nobody or nothing. But like, if I'm going super fast, not super fast, but if I'm driving the speed limit, whatever limit that is, whether it's 45, 35, well, that's super fast to me. Like, if you hit somebody, you might not think that's fast in the car, but if you hit somebody, they're gonna feel like that car. They're definitely gonna feel like you were going super fast. So that's pretty super fast. So for a person to be going 45 miles an hour, and for you to get in their immediate fucking range and fucking think that, they're just they're gonna hit the brakes and shit. Like, you guys have seen plenty of that shit on my channel. Like, the fucking, just send somebody to pretend like they're fucking crazy and hop out in the middle of the street and shit. Like, why would you and they use mentally ill people to do this shit. Some people pretend like they're mentally ill, but some people are really fucking mentally ill. So, why in the fuck, you being a police officer, why would you conduct a program which allows fucking Neighborhood Watch and all these fucking junkies and bullshit motherfuckers that they hire to put a mentally ill person on the front line like that? Why would you do that? Why would you fucking put that person's life on the line like that? It makes no fucking sense to me how they get away with this shit. And the majority of the community is cool with playing along and being a part of this fucking program shit. You feel me? That shit is the most fucking craziest. We got some very wicked people in this world, man. for them to just write off mentally ill people like that. And a lot of these people's families and shit, because a lot of these mentally ill people be in them fucking, what are those houses called? Victorian houses. You know, their families can't take care of them, so they put them in these houses and shit, and expect these people, these counselors, I don't know what you would call them, staff counselors, but you got these people in charge of you, and they're fucking a part of this program, and they're fucking, you know, they're using your family member as fucking bait, pretty much, like, and getting away with it though. And if you do so, I mean, I pray to God that most of us as targeted individuals know if we're gonna strike on somebody, like, we know who to strike on and who not to. Like, if we're gonna do something to somebody, like, don't do it to nobody that's mentally ill and shit, because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're being put in harm's way, man. Just like that little dude, like the little dude that they always use, the little man, the little mentally ill dude that they put in the dress. Like, they've dressed that dude up in so many different dresses, and you can tell, man, he's always got like a bag of chips. He's always got like a bag. Oh man, it's fucked up. He's always got like a bag of chips or fucking a candy bar. Like, they just dressed him up and gave him a candy bar. He's completely okay with it, just as long as he gets his fucking candy. Like, this is the type of mentality that these sick fucking people have, man. To literally fucking put somebody like that in harm's way. This little dude can't even talk. Like, he can talk, but he's saying, oh man, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. But yeah, man. So, saying all that to say, man, you know, we're big money to these people, and they're betting, like, they you know, they only do it like this and shit because they think that we're not gonna do anything, we're not gonna say anything about it. You know, they're pretty much, it's a free ticket for them. You know, all this is pretty much free money. No real fucking work. Fucking just harassing people. And then running behind the police when they fucking, you know, decide to even fucking say a word back to you and shit. Like, you're so fucking afraid that you fucking call the police. Like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. So, they're expecting us not to say anything, and if we do, they're gonna try and shut us up. That's what they're banking on us thinking. And in some cases they might, but it's to the point to, like, do we want to fucking keep letting these fucking people trample on us and just keep waiting for the miracle fucking president to join on and say, fuck this shit, you guys can't do this to our citizens? Or do we say, fuck this shit, and we fucking take back our fucking constitution from these motherfuckers, man? Because right now, our constitution, like, they've snatched our constitution away. And not that this is a racist program or anything like that, but you know, I'm not even I want my fucking, what is it, 3/4 of a fucking constitution? I want my, I forget what it is, 3/4 of a human being. I want my 3/4 of constitution. Like, at least give me my 3/4 of constitution. Shit. I want that for sure. You're not gonna, you already snatched half my constitution away from me because I'm black. Motherfucker, don't take all of my fucking constitution. Fuck. Let's see. You might have to move your like lives choppy in and out. Some right now it's stabilized sound working. Okay, yeah, I'm probably gonna cause this pretty techy area. The badge and the banks they are having. Oh yeah, definitely, man. And you know, not just that, but the merchants, man, they get like, bro, man. It's crazy, man. There's so many emails. Okay, I'm locked over here, so there. Alright, let's see. What? Nappy right now, lot. Okay. I've seen Quays. You want I allow from the comments to filter. Okay, let me see. Loud from the comment. Damn, they keep fucking with the thing. Oh, my bad. They're doing that shit in there and the shit. Hold on. Fuck. And there's no way I could slow that shit down either. Enter anti-EMF for pets and key fob. I definitely look into that. Appreciate that, Mo. They want you to be in a bad mood, all that. Yeah, and that's another reason why they shoot those frequencies. I notice my dogs be fighting each other a lot too. They do that shit a lot with my dogs. Your comment with your email shows for review allowed, not only to be shown. A review. Oh, okay. You guys gotta excuse because they keep flicking through the things. I gotta read it hella fast or they fucking flick it. See, they keep flicking it, you guys. Let me see something. Okay, I see. Okay, dancing. Hell yeah. Alright, I got it, Bo. I have to check it out. How about, I don't know if there's a way, because I might not be able to get it from this side for a while. So probably you might want to shoot him my email. That way you could go ahead and put my email up here. They fucking they fucking infiltrated my email so much they already got that shit. They infiltrated everything, phones, fucking emails, fucking regular mail. It's to the point to where, like, I ain't got nothing to hide anyways. Fuck them. Infiltrate anything they want. They caused 2 of my dogs to be murdered and 2 of them to be stolen. They gave... See, and that's the thing, bro. That's the thing, like, that's the thing that'll make me flip. That type of shit, man. Killing your dogs or fucking, like, raping your wife. Sorry to hear about that, Walter, man. That's the shit. Like, that's when I, I don't, do what you want to me, but, when you fuck with something I love or someone I love, man, I'm not, it's kamikaze then. If I'm gonna do something to a regular person on the street, if I'm not targeted and I'm gonna do something to a regular person on the street for doing that, then I'm gonna try and knock as many of you motherfuckers off as I can. Like, I don't care what happens to me after that. Like, after that, nothing else matters. No siree. And yeah, it's not good, man. People shouldn't have to go through life like that, man. No one should have to go through life afraid like that. Or fucking with some fucking heavy ass psychological fucking, rape. Rape changes a person, man. Rape a fucking, fuck, man. That's just that's not good, man. That's not cool. A lot of these perps that do it, man, they can't get no, that's what they are. They're sex predators, man. They don't, they don't have enough self-esteem to fucking, like, just go buy, like, there's fucking prostitutes everywhere, like, and if you're afraid of getting caught, go to fucking Vegas or go to Reno or something. There's prostitutes everywhere. Like, why you gotta fucking rape somebody? Like, this is the type of mentality these people have, so, it's sick people, man. We're dealing with some sickos, man. And, like, when the police are conducting it's an experimentation program, so everything fucking goes, man. And that's why it's so sick, man, because they do anything. Like, they want to see what fucking drives you to the brink, so they go as far with it as that. Like, that's just, man. These people deserve to fucking be wiped off the map. I bullshit you not, man. And it might sound harsh to some people. It might sound like some fucking rough shit to say, but when you think about what they're doing, man, literally, like, this is domestic terrorism. This is domestic terrorism at the highest fucking level, man. Because they're not even killing us. Physically, they're not physically killing. They're psychologically killing us. Not like they're creating weapons, man. Like, whether you believe it or not, if you're a targeted individual, if you've been fucking, if you've been cursed enough to be on this program, then you are a walking, talking, ticking time bomb. And, the fact stands, no matter how much we say we're going to be able to handle this, no matter how much we say we can deal with it, no matter how much we try to deal with it, how much effort we put into dealing with this program and letting these people do this to us without any retaliation. Like, eventually, you know, someone's gonna get their lottery ticket punched. It's the science of the fucking program. The police know the science of this program. The government, they know the science of this program. They know. Keep on harassing, push them to the brink. What the fuck are you pushing us to the brink for? Like, why are you pushing us to the brink if you don't expect us to kill anybody, kill ourselves, or both? Or do something to get ourselves in trouble or into some psychological war? Like, what is the fuck? Like, why is the psychological harassment, then right after the psychological harassment, complete taunting to let you know, like, we're doing this to you. One headlight, we're doing this to you. We're gonna trigger you into doing something. We're gonna trigger you into fucking hurting somebody or hurting yourself. We're gonna trigger you into acting out of your character. Like, we're already dealing with the fucking... Oh, shit. We're already dealing with the psychological bullshit. We're already dealing with the vehicular bullshit. We're already dealing with the verbal bullshit. We're already dealing with the infiltration of families, the infiltration of relationships. You tore our families apart, or tore us away from our families. You tore us away from our relationships. All right, fine. You've isolated us. Now you're going to taunt us? Like we did this to you? We did this to you, motherfucker. We did this. What the fuck do you expect? What do you expect to happen? You do the science. You do the math. For those who call us crazy. For those who call us crazy. You do the motherfucking math on this bullshit. Because, that mental illness shit just don't add up. It don't have nothing to do with none of our side of the equation. All the mental illness comes from the other side of the fence. All the motherfuckers directing this shit at us, those are the people with the mental illnesses. Go back and look at some of my videos and look at some of the faces on these people when I confront them. And you tell me. You tell me you can't see the mental illness in some of these motherfuckers, man. Whether it's fucking narcissism, some psychosis bullshit, some fucking, maybe they're even fucking programmed, or some fucking, you know, some fucking, what do you call that shit? Some type of, you know, sex slave the government has, some, you know, these people are really fucking whacked the fuck out, man. And ain't nobody gonna explain it to you better than a video. Like, I can sit here and tell you all the fucking faces these people have made at me. I can tell you all the shit they've said to me. But you ain't gonna believe that. It just ain't gonna sound right coming from my mouth. You gotta literally watch it. Like, you excuse me, that's legitimate. You go back to some of the videos, most of the videos that I've done, and I guarantee you, not the lives. I'm not talking about the live. I'm talking about the videos, and you'll see the complete fucking insanity in these people. Complete insanity. Like, like, I used to get out pissed off. Like, why the fuck are you following me? Like, why you got one head? Like you guys saw, why the fuck are you following me and shit? Like, I'm not following you. I'm just coming back from a dinner date, and then fucking smile. And I'm pissed off. Like, who the fuck? And these are fucking normal square weirdos. Like, who the fuck is gonna smile at an angry person at their car accusing them of something that they're not doing? Like, you're gonna fucking try and hit the gas and get the fuck out of there. Like, what the hell is this motherfucker? You know, what the hell is this motherfucker doing and shit? Like, this motherfucker gonna do something to us. But if you know that you have police protection and you can harass and get away with it, you know, you're gonna smile. to try and make that person even more angry, so that person does something to your vehicle, because you're behind your vehicle. The worst I could do, is break your fucking glass, and by the time I do it, after that, you're gone. Like, all you got to do is hit the gas. So, saying all that to say, the only reason you're smiling at me, motherfucker, is to make me more mad, while you got somebody in the cuts fucking recording me, making it look like I'm the one fucking instigating the fucking bullshit. Like, they don't have the fucking camera directed at your one headlight. They have the camera directed at me fucking at your car, arguing with you over your one headlight, and you're acting like you don't know what I'm talking about. They're real fucking slick in their tactics too, but you come to learn that shit, man. And I recommend that's the first thing you guys do, is learn these fucking people and analyze the shit out of them. And because they do put you in like tight spots and trap you, like especially in the beginning, like this before you come to humble yourself. You get real agitated with their bullshit, and you go confront them. Most of us do, like, confront them. And during that confrontation, they always have somebody hiding, recording you and shit. So it makes it look like you're the agitator after they fucking harassed you, and you respond to their harassment. They want to make it seem like you're the troublemaker, the bad guy, the bad woman, and they'll entrap you and set you up. Worst case, I mean, the least they'll do is go around and show the community you arguing with people, saying they'll go around and say you're a troublemaker and shit like that, after they fucking, tripped you off and set you loose on them. Yep. We gotta stay on them, you guys, man. That's the thing, man. We just gotta stay on these fucking people. We gotta let them know, like, we're not gonna fucking bow down. You're not gonna fucking send us tucking our tail. Like, you don't expect us to fucking be fucking the people that you guys have harassing us. Like, we're no yes men or no shit like that. Like, you're gonna have to deal with us, man. That's the way, you just gotta fucking deal with us. And, and for those who don't want to do it, I understand. Like, you're not a coward for not doing it or none of that shit. You guys got families and all that shit to worry about. So, I understand that. But, at the same time, like, we gotta come to a point to realize, like, once we're out the way, they're gonna move on to the next best thing, man. So, whether you think whether you're saving your family now or whatever, like, especially for your children, you're not gonna be here forever. We gotta leave some type of mark for their protection, like, and even that's not guaranteed, but, we gotta do our best to fucking put this shit out there, man. I say, this is just my opinion. I might be going a little off the deep end. But I say we just fucking say, fuck it, man, and put another Black Lives fucking Matter type shit. And, like, we're definitely not gonna have as many people or no shit like that. Maybe we will. But, we just, and I'm not talking about no one day shit or no fucking T.I. rally or nothing. I'm talking about, like, literally stepping in front of those fucking city halls and, standing, like, stopping traffic. And, like, if we get shot with fucking rubber bullets and fucking mace or whatever the fuck they shoot us with, just fucking, take it. Take it, man. just until, like, it ain't gonna be, it ain't gonna be too long before the mayor and the fucking president steps out. Like, you know, even if they don't want to, even if they know this program is going on and they don't want to, the majority of the fucking society doesn't know this program is going on. So, they're gonna have to come out here by force because they're gonna want to look good in front of the people, and they're gonna try and come to some resolution and shit. It's inevitable. It always happens. If it's a real fucking protest, if it's one that they think they can't control, then they're gonna bring the mayor out. They're gonna bring the president out. They're gonna try and resolve it. They want to resolve it. So, that's the type of fucking publicity we need. Like, our YouTube videos are basically being circulated through us only. Like, only targeted individuals pretty much are getting other targeted individuals' notifications. Our notifications are highly controlled on this shit. Like, they control our notifications. They control all that shit. Comments. So, we're really only reaching out to each other and the weirdos and shit that, YouTube psychologically, the AI and all that shit psychologically evaluates fucking shit too. So, like, our videos aren't gonna go to the, the people that they need to go to. It's gonna be a bunch of fucking weirdos and shit. And then, us. So, yeah, that's what we have to do, man. And that's, I'm going to stand firm on that. Like, even though it might sound like a little overboard, like, that's the type of shit we got to do, because they'll keep doing this fucking terrorist shit. Terrorize you and fucking let the community terrorize you. Look at them coming back to back to back to back. 16 people on here, at least 6 of them. At least 6 of them are police. Now, I won't say 6. I'll say at least 4 of them. Definitely 4. You guys know you're terrorists. You guys know the science of this program, officer. I'm not saying anything right here that you don't know. The only thing, you're trying to hide it. I'm trying to expose it and you're trying to hide it, but the knowledge is there. The knowledge is there. The science, all that shit. More people will die. I mean, everybody in this world pretty much is a spoil of war, pretty much. Like, what do they call it? Expendable. Everybody is pretty much expendable. The right to protect yourself. They're stripping away all our constitutions and shit. Us as targeted individuals, we know. Other people who aren't targeted individuals who should know, they don't for some reason. Why that is, I have no idea. But, you can see it in everything. Your right to fucking protect and defend yourself, they're trying to literally take that away from you. They've already took freedom of speech away. You can't say anything without it being some type of hate speech or against some fucking people trying to put some agenda out there. Shit, you couldn't even say anything about the jab and shit. Like, everything is controlled. Like, you can't even say anything about the jab. It's killing people. It's literally killing people. Giving people all these fucking paralyzations and fucking oh shit, it's not funny, man, but people's fucking faces is stopping on them, their jaws is fucking stopping on them and shit. Like their fucking faces paralyzed and shit. They can't even talk. And you know, you get on YouTube and you try and expose this shit, man. They fucking take your videos down. Like the fucking shit is real, man. Man, it's bad, man. It's some bad shit, man. You know, they took your freedom of speech. They're trying to take your right to protect yourself. They're letting goofballs harass you. You know, your Constitution has already been stripped away, man. They're doing it slowly but surely. Like, you're paying taxes. Like, we're not supposed to be paying taxes and shit. You know, nowhere does it say that we're supposed to be paying taxes yet. They milk us. Not only do they milk you and take half of your paycheck, like you work, you bust your ass all day. All motherfucking day to make the, you know, if you're not, you know, if you're, you know, what do you call it? The common person, general, you know, you're not some fucking tycoon or mogul. And I don't even think the tycoons and moguls, I think for some people, they don't even gotta pay taxes. Once you get up in such a high money bracket, you don't I think they got caught in that shit. I think it was the politicians or somebody. The politicians, like, you know, they got caught in some fucking, they don't even pay taxes and shit. The poor people pay taxes. And they tell you that it's all for street work and it's all for this fucking bullshit. Like, and with all the people in the world, with all the people in the United States alone, like, they're racking up on tax. If they got a quarter out of everybody's fucking paycheck, they'd be in the millions. So, taking half their paycheck and shit, like, you know, and on every 2 week, like on a every 2 week basis, like, do you know how much money that is? Independent on the person of what job they have, like, literally they're raking in big money, yet we're still running over potholes. We're running over potholes. The fucking everything they say the money is going to, you know, they're using it for their agenda. Their fucking whatever, you know. Whatever it is they want to control us with, that's what they're using it for. So just know that when you pay taxes, you know, you're paying against yourself. You know, because eventually, like the laws that are being brought in, eventually they'll take your guns away and shit. You know, all that shit, like... I don't know, man. I think I might be a little tired right now. Just like an hour and 30 minutes and shit. I gotta get ready to recycle. I gotta head up with these motherfuckers, man. They've been shooting frequencies. I'm like, I'm probably just popping off right now, but I really think we should, you know, I think we should come together, man, and really fucking, you know, we just gotta go harder than we've been going. Like, we gotta wake these fucking people up, man. And not with just that it's happening to us. Like, this shit, you know, is right around the corner from the average person that, you know, would never even think of something like this. Like, this is right around the corner from you. Like, you gotta think. I've already been sensitized. I'm marinated. I'm targeted. Everything with me it's no more covert. Like, this shit is blatant, as like with all of us on this channel right here. But you know, you gotta think, just me alone, right? All the one headlights that pass me, they're not just targeting me, like they're sensitizing people, like literally. People are being sensitized right this fucking moment to these one headlights. Like they're literally, it's like they're running a fucking program. And if one person doesn't catch it, like, you know, they're guaranteed to at least fucking, people are being sensitized right now, I'm saying. So not only are they targeting me, they're preparing other people out here to be targeted. Like literally, like a computer program. It's on fucking, the computer's just running. It's just fucking running. So even though I'm being targeted, other people are being sensitized. So whenever they want to lay this fucking program on any one of those people being sensitized in that area, all they got to do is send their harassers on that person, and it's bad. It's gonna be bad. And for those of us who are unlucky enough, it's sad to say, but for those of us who are unlucky enough to fucking find out that we're going through this program and understand that these people really are fucking with us and shit, and that we're not crazy. Like, it's very few of us that find, like, we are the few that find out. Like, there are people out there, the people who flip out, the people who flip out and kill people and kill themselves and do shit like kill family members and shit. Like, they don't know that they're being fucking coerced into this by the government. They really think they're going crazy, or, that people are like, they're really, as hard as this program is for us as targeted individuals, like, we gotta thank God that at least we're blessed enough to know what we're going through. Like, we're blessed enough to know that, these people are getting paid to fucking harass us. We're blessed enough to know the agenda behind the harassment. Like, they want us to kill people or kill ourselves, or, get ourselves inducted into some fucking, jail situation or psychological ward situation and shit. Like, it's a real blessing to know. Like, it's a bitch to go through, but it's a blessing to know, because, if we didn't know, like, the agenda behind this shit, most of us would have probably did something a long time ago to get ourselves in trouble. I know I would have, like, hands down. Hands down. But yeah, man, I'm getting a little tired, you guys. I gotta rest a little bit, get some sleep, and then fucking recycle and shit. So, I keep saying I gotta in the daytime, when I be telling you guys I'm a protest, I be going out there to protest and shit, but they, like, it's buffering right now. They have some type of jammer or something, that it prevents me from protesting in front of the jailhouse. I have to fucking, like, when I tell you guys, like, I know, like, I just be turning in my recycling in front of the fucking jailhouse or some shit. Like, they jam my shit. So, I don't know. I just gotta find a place where it's a lot of people. I gotta find a place where it's a lot of fucking people. Like, an important place, like the jail. I would do it in front of fucking, internal affairs. Internal affairs, man, but I don't even, they're all with the fucking police anyways. They're like, that blue wall of fucking blue wall of silence bullshit, so I'm not even gonna waste my time with that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get some rest, you guys, and then I'll start a live tomorrow for sure.